Hello everyone, welcome back to the weekly market updates. I'm Shaurik Kawat. So let's start today's session with the sentiment that we all are feeling in our portfolios as frontline indices are looking at all-time highs or at near all-time highs, but portfolios are still looking at 24,000 levels. Even after better than expected quarter two earning, at least the numbers were posted by India Inc. were not that bad that what most of the investors were anticipating. The breadth of the broader markets have been sulking. We have seen the advanced decline ratio to the tune of 1:2 to 1:3 in the past 2 weeks. And that is the reason why small cap indices are at least 11.5% lower than its all-time high, whereas large cap indices and frontline indices such as Nifty and Bank Nifty are trading and hovering near its all-time highs. Just to put into that perspective, let me share a few numbers. So out of 751 companies, 515 companies are down by more than 15%, and that constitutes 69% of the total 751 companies. And if we'll see 20% and more, 427 companies are down by more than 20%, and similarly 241 companies are down by more than 30%. And that is why we have been seeing that pain in our portfolios. Talking about the macroeconomic data, this week has been very heavy on the data side, as we have seen the Q2 GDP numbers came on the last Friday, and India has posted very strong GDP numbers by 8.2%, which has been the highest in past 6 quarters. However, the nominal GDP has remained at 8.7%, as the inflation deflator is only 0.5%, and which is much lower than the estimated 10% mark given in the union budget. After the GDP numbers in today's session, the MPC meeting outcome have come where RBI Governor Sanjay Malhotra gave 25 BPS of rate cut. Although markets were very much divided before the rate cut have come that whether the RBI will give a rate cut or not, as strong GDP numbers and depreciating rupees have given less chance for a rate cut. However, RBI Governor have kept true with its previous MPC meeting commentary and said that growth is their more focused area right now. Other than important macroeconomic data, a lot has been happening on the geopolitical side. What we have witnessed recently that US has closed the airspace above the Venezuela and deployed Navy carriers and other military equipments heavily on the Venezuela side, which clearly indicates that US is just not after the drug cartels in Venezuela, and we might see some strong action on the ground against Venezuela from the US. On the other side, on Russia-Ukraine front, even after a lot of push by Trump administration, no peace plan have been concluded so far. Initially, एक 29 points का plan formulate किया गया था, which has been agreed upon by the Russia, but European Union and Ukraine was not aligned. Later on, a 19-point plan have been formulated, which is clearly rejected by the Russian Federation. So now, still the things are going on the same pace, and we don't see any deal going on in near future. Moreover, we have seen more aggressive stance from Russia on the Kyiv that a fresh set of attack has been made through drones on the Kyiv, capital of Ukraine. Meanwhile, the Russian President Vladimir Putin has landed into India for a bilateral trade agreement discussions. And the timing is very interesting, as even after multiple attempts and multiple rounds of negotiations, we could not secure a deal with USA. And now the Russian president is in India for bilateral trade, which will definitely cover a lot of aspects of defense and other sectors as well. साथ ही प्रेसिडेंट पुतिन ने अपनी रिसेंट स्पीच में ये भी कहा कि इंडिया के साथ उनका रिलेशनशिप काफी ब्रॉड बेस्ड है और म्यूचुअल रेस्पेक्ट पे डिपेंड करता है, ना कि किसी थर्ड कंट्री को टारगेट करने के लिए है. This bilateral meet is going to be very important for both the economies, as of now we have been buying a lot of crude oil from Russia, but it has gone down significantly in past 1 month after the sanctions put down by the US administration. रशिया के साथ इंडिया की रिलेशनशिप बहुत पुराने और स्ट्रॉन्ग है, एंड वी हैव बीन बाइंग रशियन एनर्जी एंड डिफेंस इक्विपमेंट फ्रॉम सिंस लॉन्ग, एंड व्हाट वी हैव विटनेस्ड इन द ऑपरेशन सिंदूर 1, द efficiency and effectiveness of Russian defense equipment such as S-400, and we would be interested in buying S-500 as well. So let's watch out what comes out of this bilateral meeting and what kind of agreement will come in place. Now let's see how the markets have performed through the momentum in the major indices. As we have discussed that Nifty has been hovering between 25,850 levels to 26,300 levels on the higher side, but it has not been able to breach the higher levels and still consolidating in this higher range. वहीं अगर हम बैंक निफ्टी की बात करें तो बैंक निफ्टी ने ऑल टाइम हाई 60,000 के लेवल्स टच करने के बाद थोड़ा रिट्रेसमेंट दिया और इस वीक न्यूट्रल रेंज में बंद होता हुआ नजर आया. वहीं स्मॉल कैप इस हफ्ते भी 1.84% के नेगेटिव रिटर्न्स के साथ बंद हुआ. वहीं मिड कैप ऑलमोस्ट फ्लैट रहा. Now talking about the global indices, US markets are surely ignoring all the bad news as US economy surely is not doing well, as what we have seen the manufacturing contraction and the contraction of economy as well. Also, the data which is coming is also very contradictory. On one side, what we have seen that major layoffs have been made by the companies, but at the same time, jobless claims has also decreased. Amid this confusing data, US markets have kept on rising on the back of AI-led companies. इस हफ्ते डाउ जोन्स ने 0.28% रिटर्न्स क्लॉक किए, वहीं डेक्स जर्मनी और नैस्डैक 0.58 और 0.19 के परसेंट गेन्स के साथ बंद होते हुए नजर आए. Now let's discuss about the sector wise performance. इस हफ्ते का आउट परफॉर्मिंग सेक्टर रहा आईटी सेक्टर, जिसने वीक ऑन वीक बेसिस पे 3.38% के गेन्स क्लॉक किए. वहीं ऑटोमोबाइल्स ने 0.79% के गेन्स क्लॉक किए. वहीं नेगेटिव साइड में टेलीकॉम सेक्टर 3.99% के नेगेटिव रिटर्न्स के साथ रहा और हार्डवेयर इक्विपमेंट्स में भी करीब 4% की नरमी देखी गई. Now let's see how the institutions are placed for this week. What we have witnessed in the month of December, that FIs have started with a very thin volumes and very small rollovers. What we have witnessed in the previous months is the rollover of at least 80 to 85%, but this month we started with only 69% of rollovers. That clearly shows that FIs have started this month with lesser shorts. But in past 1 week, FIs have added shorts very aggressively. In just past 3 days, they have added more than 30,000 shorts on index futures and now sitting at 87% shorts with almost 1.25 lakh net shorts on index futures. Now let's see how the commodities have placed for this week. Surely gold and silver have been trading in blue sky zone. For this week also, gold have clocked more than 3% of gains, whereas silver have clearly outperformed with stellar 6% of gains on week basis. चांदी अब $60 के पास पहुंच चुकी है और $58 के लेवल पे कंटिन्यूसली ट्रेड करती हुई देखी गई है. वहीं गोल्ड भी अपने प्रीवियस स्विंग हाई $4,400 के मार्क के आसपास ट्रेड करते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं. However, Brent crude price action have remained muted as compared to gold and silver, but there is some uptick has also been recorded on Brent crude oil, and this week they have clocked more than 1.56% of gains on week-on-week basis. On domestic front, India GST collection number for the month of November have come, which has come to lower side at 1.7 lakh crore in comparison to 1.96 lakh crore in the previous month and 1.82 lakh crores on the year-on-year basis. साथ ही MOS मिनिस्टर पंकज चौधरी ने क्लैरिफाई किया that Indian government is not considering any proposal to raise the FDI limits in the PSU banks. स्टॉक एंड न्यूज में HUL का क्वालिटी वॉल्स आइसक्रीम का बिजनेस डिमर्जर 1 दिसंबर से इफेक्टिव हो गया है एंड ऑल द एग्जिस्टिंग शेयर होल्डर्स हैव बीन गिवन द शेयर्स इन द रेशियो ऑफ 1:1 व्हिच हैव गिवन डायरेक्ट ओनरशिप इन a 2000 crore प्योर प्ले आइसक्रीम कंपनी एक्सपेक्टेड टू लिस्ट अराउंड February. So just to conclude with, even after all the good news that right from the GST exemption, then the Q2 GDP strong numbers and now a rate cut, still Indian markets are struggling to cross 26,000 levels on the Nifty 50, whereas Bank Nifty is also at all-time high, but the broader indices have been sulking. So we have to be very watchful that whether we are going to secure a US-India trade deal or not, because this is going to be a fast trigger for the Indian equity markets. This is it for this week. We'll come up with more information next week. Till that time, stay tuned with us. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.